How did you catch up to me, man? You're supposed to lift and coast during yellow flags. Welcome back to some more F1 24 My Team career mode. We are heading into another Grand Prix weekend, aka Monza, coming up today. Only one activity that we can slide into our schedule before we head into Monza. P10 right now had some decent racing going on last time out. Well, a couple episodes ago. We haven't been doing so well recently. Last episode was the weird glitch that cost us P11, which would have been nice. We are competitive here. We want to try and finish in the best position possible. But the game kind of froze halfway through, or like had screen freezes and such towards the end, and that we couldn't make the comeback we wanted. But P7 in the constructors and P10 in the drivers. Let's head into this episode, see if we can add to the tally around Monza. If you guys are enjoying the series, of course, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe using the subscribe button down below. Thank you so much for your support. So we're just gonna re-trigger our sponsor with Lugna. There's no real need to look for others, I think, and let's just head straight into the Monza Grand Prix weekend.
They call it the Temple of Speed, and the pilgrims have come to worship. It's all about the speed today. Qualifying awaits us. Welcome to Monza for the Italian Grand Prix.
Let's jump into qualifying then for the Monza Italian Grand Prix. Dropping our fuel by a significant amount, trying to minimize the weight that will bring down the car. And let's head out there and set a lap time. Let's see how it goes. Rounding Parabolica, let's go. Can we get a decent lap in for first lap? It's the worst out of everyone. It's a bit slow.
I'm afraid we've dropped to P22.
Been following Bottas's lead for this lap. He's right ahead of me, finishing his lap. Let's see, dumping the battery for the end of the lap. Do we make it out into the next round of qualifying? He did have the fastest second. Never mind. Forget about making it into Q2. We're P21. Real shame. I mean, the car is not the best on the grid. We are like second to last. Pierre Gasly, though, performing pretty well. P17 just about knocked out by a couple hundredths there. Norris in the McLaren out as well. That's very bizarre, with Ricardo Hülkenberg just ahead of myself and then Doohan in the far back. So there is a bit of a benefit that we signed Pierre Gasly. He is performing much better in the car than Doohan was. And Doohan in the Haas is struggling here, while Kevin Magnussen puts the car in P13. So that is good to see. Anyway, time to jump into race day.
A difficult race awaits these drivers here in Monza, but glory awaits too at the Italian Grand Prix. With top speeds reaching 215 miles per hour, only a few places can challenge Monza's crown as the fastest track in Formula One. Hard braking zones going into the 3 chicanes make up the majority of the 11 corners on this 3.6-mile circuit. And just in case the slipstream wasn't enough, 2 DRS zones will help encourage some close action. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Albon, Fernando Alonso, Hamilton, Russell, Ocon, Bottas, Stroll, Tsunoda, Sargent, Magnussen, Joe, Gasly, Norris, Ricciardo, Hulkenberg, Ace, and Jack Doohan. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today.
One thing we've learned from the series is that on race day, the AI is much easier to compete against than in qualifying, and that has been the case for a couple game cycles now. Dropping our fuel load by quite a bit here, just 1.5 in the surplus. The game mechanic has changed a little bit. The handling model has changed a little bit, so I'm a little worried about fuel, but we'll see how it goes. Dropping the fuel by about a lap or so. We'll test out the waters, and then we'll be ready for the next race, of course. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump into this one. P21, not great, but we can make this work. Lights out, and away we go. Oh boy, it's getting feisty already. Taking a super wide line so I don't take damage. There we go. Up to P12. Again, AI just following a train of cars rather than actually being competitive against each other. I think that's another thing that happened recently with the game model changes. No risk. These guys don't want to fight at all. We just get, you know, a lot of trains happening and no real competitiveness among the AI. It's one thing I noticed from the driver career mode series. We just see conveyor belts of cars rather than actual racing, which does impact the way the game can be played, because that means I just need to stay close to trains, get that DRS going, and then we'll be able to chew away at these guys with the braking zones, because they don't go for gaps, as Ayrton Senna said. If you no longer go for a gap that exists, you're no longer a racing driver. I mean, these guys are AI, so they are no racing drivers from the start. But they don't have that racer instinct, you know? Can I go a little faster with the ERS? Let me dump it. Oops, that was a horrible turn one. We'll manage. Forget it. Scratch it. Don't... Yeah, scratch it. We're fine. Alright, we're gonna let this Alpine through. Bottas, give me that DRS. I need that DRS.
Okay,
let's recharge in the process. Come on, Bottas. Oh, someone's going up my inside. Oh dear. Let's lose a couple more positions in the process. Don't want to smash these guys and then get the bodywork damage. Sargent still in F1, of course, here in this series. We'll be in this DRS train. Sargent's going super defensive. Eesh, not getting Sargent on this occasion. But we'll figure it out. Don't worry, we'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it back. Yo. There we go.
Caution, caution.
Oh, yellow flag, yellow flag. Someone's off.
Okay, the incident's been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed. Come on.
We're gonna lose out to Sargent. How did he catch up to me, man? You're supposed to lift and coast during yellow flags. Brother! Why are you hitting me? Take the line tighter, bro. Sargent hit me, man. Not my fault. Not my fault that he doesn't know how to drive. Losing out to Tsunoda. Jeez Louise. These guys got some pace. They find pace against me, but they can't find pace against each other. Alright, well, we'll keep going. Gonna be feisty around here. Left hand side taking a greater beating than the right. from downtown. I do not care. Just making these moves.
Fantastic. 2 cars at once. Really well done.
I do not care. I'm just going. Come on, come on, come on. Can we stay close? Let's see. Can I get the DRS, please? Am I just inside at the detection point? I do not know. I may be. Just keep an eye out. Is that DRS gonna be handed to us? Alright, we're screwed. Yep, we're gonna let these guys through then. Thought I might get DRS. I might have, you know, just about snuck into that DRS zone in the detection zone, but nope. Only around me will they be fighting for positions. Like, nowhere else are they fighting. I think there's a code in there that says if the car's visible, so that's around the player, they can start making moves, but otherwise they just don't. Vehicle condition. No word. And Stroll's having issues here. Shoving him along a little bit here. Made a move past Sonoda. Slightest of touches, making sure the nose of the car is the one making contact here. Come on. Let's close in on Stroll, please. Stroll is recharging on a lot. Ah! I've been doing well avoiding any of those exceeding track limit warnings. First one there. By the slightest of margins. Shame. But we'll keep going. Got this. Deploying down the straight with the DRS is useful, so let's get it.
We're approaching the pit window
Pit
now,
window
and
coming
you'll
up.
be on hards next time.
Gasly trying to make a move with Sonoda as well. He's following me nicely. Finally, he is showing his worth. Let's keep going. Stroll. Come on, buddy. Drag me along, please. Also fight ahead. Can you fight him? You're in my vision, so I'm hoping you will. Alright, here we go.
Okay,
We've been
we're
following
to pit
nicely.
this
Time
lap,
to
so
pit.
Push now, push.
Time to pit. Oh wow, we got some gaps going against Gasly behind. Let's go. I'm pitting this lap. Hard tires chosen. And tires are not looking good. They've been used up. The front right though, enjoying life all by himself. 11%. This group was pretty good, keeping us going here. Hoping we can at least get the undercut. And maybe, just maybe, get ahead of them and then stay in this train.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance.
Oh, I'm gonna cut that corner. Alright, no more mistakes. That was my bad. No need to push, actually. Just want to pit. Let's see. Do I want to keep going another lap? Might be worth going another lap. Screw it. We're boxing next lap. We're gonna try and box when everyone else is boxing. Let's go another lap here. Yes, sir. Got Stroll. Trying to leave him some space on the inside. And we're through. going.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Got Magnussen next, who is recharging right now. Let me lift and coast a bit. Alright, we're pitting. Anyone else following us? Oh, Magnussen's going in. Here we go. Hard tires on. Went to 40%. Alright, there's only like a handful of people coming in the first wave here. Let's see. Boom. Hard tires on. Oh, I got held up a little bit by Magnussen, I think. But that's okay. 2.3. Solid stop. And through we go.
Stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
They're insanely they're insanely quick after the pit stop. And then they lose tempo. So we just need to stay sharp. Just try to put our best laps together here. Here we go. A bunch of people in the pits now. A bunch of people in the pits. Let's see. Gonna dump the battery down the straight. Let's see where we sit. No one's near us. Great.
So your ERS is running a bit low. Look into changing your ERS mode in the MFD for a more conservative burn rate. Or you might want to try some lifting or gentle braking to recharge.
Mark, shut up.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
Engineer, quiet.
Okay, copy that.
In what world is Mark shut up called box this lap? Alright, we got Piastri Joe also in the pits. There releases Stroll. We did get the undercut on him. Alright. Well, I mean, he was kind of behind me anyway. Before we pit. Well, we're slightly ahead of him now. It's not too big of an undercut, but sufficient to keep him behind. That's fine. We'll work with him. Try to catch up to Magnussen. Alright, Stroll with DRS is probably going to get past me. Going to use him for slipstream support here. Okay, Sargent wants to get past. I think he's going to drag Stroll into a defensive... No, I'm going to be the one dragging Stroll into a defensive move. Nothing much I can do here. We'll keep Sargent in bay. We'll use Sargent as a pulley mechanism. We'll also recharge battery behind these guys. Let's see. Oi, oi, oi. Acceleration out of corner is very sensitive. I'm on 60% differential as well. When we're usually at hundreds. Let's see. Just want to keep this tempo going. Let's keep at it. No, 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 don't you dare. He pulls out.
Okay, I've got information on Joe.
Oh, we might get Stroll. He's recharging. With ease. No battery needed as well. Interesting. Okay, Stroll gets us back. But I feel like Sargent's gonna defend against us. Yep, goes up the inside line. Not getting involved there. In this car, no. In the McLaren, probably. I would have challenged it. But I don't trust the brakes on this. I lock up immediately. Brake upgrades still haven't come through, so... You have to... I keep telling myself, you have to realize you're not in the fancy McLaren car that we are so accustomed to in the Driver Career Mode series. So I cannot risk things, because the car won't respond the way I think it will. Still a long way to go with this car. So far, so good. The progress is nice. Oh, we got Norris. Speaking of a McLaren, we got Norris coming up behind us. I think he's recharging. Whoa, Stroll going past Sargent. I think they've also added that the AI will recharge battery and then deploy battery and then recharge battery. So there's some ERS management that the AI is doing. Pretty impressive addition to the AI model, but in the process, I feel like our handling model got changed to a degree that makes me a little uncomfortable with the current way that the design is. But hey, we can adapt. Sergeant going for it. I'm not gonna risk it. There's no space. But much better exit. Much closer to Sergeant. Got a gap going on Norris. And you also want to recharge the battery. Don't want to be left with no tools at the end of the Grand Prix. Keep the momentum, keep the tempo. Okay, Norris making the move up the inside. Let's see if Sargent reacts. Sargent's going for his own move on Stroll. Oh, there was a screen freeze again. Ah, didn't turn it on time. I could have turned it tighter. That's a bad move from me. Should have turned it tighter there. Possibly could have caught in Sargent, but nope. Shucks. My bad. We might get Sargent or Stroll here. Yes. Oh, getting squeezed by Sargent a little bit. Yes, sir. There's a yellow flag ahead. Yellow flag ahead. Someone's retiring. Fernando Alonso. Off to the side there. In the Aston Martin. Okay, I think Sargent's gonna get past with the DRS. Oh, yellow flag saved us. Yellow flag saved us. Oh no. Through Ascari we go. Sargent setting up for another move down the start-finish straight for sure. I think P11 will be the best we get. 7 seconds is quite a large margin to Magnussen. And at the pace we're going, I don't think even a DRS train could save us into P10. But let's see. Sargent going for it. Stroll going for it. Norris going for it. We're all going for it. It's 3 wide. We gotta be careful here. Ooh. Whoa, that was close. 3 wide through the first chicane. Insane. Sargent out of battery after that move, so he's slowing down. Slotting in P12 right behind Stroll. Let's see. Can Stroll help us out here? Oh, Sargent under pressure. Drops back. We might be able to keep it a P11, P12 group here. I'm not taking those sections very nicely. But let's dump the battery, try and stay close to Stroll. Scotty's fine. Nice. Let's try and use a little bit of battery. We got a second and some gap on Sargent. Stroll also recharging right now. I think we're good. We got a gap going. We might be able to keep this DRS mini train going between Stroll and myself. 4 laps to go. Here we go then. Last lap, last lap. Let's make the move on Stroll. I'm on the inside line. Leave him some space. Oops. Using up the battery that we've saved up all this time. Save a little bit for the second DRS straight that'll come up in a moment. P11's pretty good. Redemption. Justice for the P11 that got stolen from us last episode. But not over until the fat lady sings, of course. Dump the battery here. Stroll going for the move around the outside. But unable to make much of it as he drops back. Through Ascari we go. Dump the battery here. We got Norris in the mix. Norris is helping us out a little bit, keeping Stroll occupied. Oh, taking that. Oh, we're in danger. We're in danger. Ah! No, we're not. He loses momentum. I lost traction there for a split second, but P11. Whew, that was precarious at the end there.
We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
So about 10.2 seconds behind the points finishers, but a redemption for the P11 that was stolen from us last weekend, or the last previous episode. Sainz, Leclerc, and Verstappen on the podium with Perez, Hamilton, Russell, Albon, Ocon, Bottas, Magnussen in the points. Myself, Stroll, Norris, Sargent, Hülkenberg, Piastri, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Zhou, Doohan round out the finishers with Gasly not finishing. What happened to him? He was doing so nicely in P14. What happened to him with Fernando Alonso also out? Hold on, race director, incidents. Oh god, look at all my incidents. Nothing on Gasly. But why is it a DNF? Because Alonso, we know, mechanical... it's a glitch. It's that glitch where they cross the finish line and then they get a DNF. We've been shafted again. If not myself, then it's always Pierre Gasly taking the brunt of the issues in the game. P11 in the driver's standings, that's alright. And P7 still okay. Because Williams, did they score any points? They're 2 points behind us. I think they did. Valtteri Bottas is an Alpine driver, right? Alex Albon getting 6 points for them. Wow. Okay, so we are now in a battle for P7. So let's see how it goes next episode as we head to Singapore, I think. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe using the subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell as well so you're notified as soon as I upload next. Thank you so much for the support. Take care, and I'll see you guys for a new video tomorrow.